Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to another episode of the Scarlet Derby streams. I am the Scarlet Derby. And so, I've been doing a lot of bonus retro streams lately. And one of the things that I have been considering while putting together potential retro streams is, how much do I have in my actual classic game collection? And so, I went back and I looked at some of the things that I've collected over the years, and once again, I locked eyes with the Turbografix 16 Mini. This is one of the mini consoles that, I personally enjoy very much. Although, it's kind of hard to describe because, well, I did have a Turbografx when I was very, very young. I played very few games on it. I played Keith Courage, I played Bonk's Adventure, I played Bravo Man, which was an Namco arcade game. Um, and so I have a lot of respect for this system, but I didn't actually spend a lot of time playing it. So it's great that, I have the Turbografx 16 Mini in order to, make up for lost time. And this is probably the only classic console that I have this kind of affection for. So, right now is that the mini system itself is in a track mode, and that's why you're seeing all the funny visuals on the screen behind me right now. But tonight, we are mainly going to be playing the Bomberman games on the system with a big emphasis on Bomberman 93, which is the only English translated Bomberman game on this system. So, let's go ahead and let's get started. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Once again, this stream is brought to you by Ray's Energy Drink for a great tasting sugar-free energy drink in a variety of great flavors. Drink Ray's Energy Drink. Use the code DerbySentMe at checkout for 15% off your online order. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's head over to the mainstream. I'm mercifully going to take this system out of a track mode now, so you don't just have to watch the weird cutscene visuals that I'm watching on my monitor screen right now. Alright, so once again, we're going to play Bomberman tonight, and we're going to start with Bomberman 93. And so I'm a little familiar with this game. I recall playing it pretty extensively on the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console. And so they had a big library of Turbografx 16 games, so yeah, I spent a lot of time, playing on the console there as well. So ordinarily this would be a 5-player game. The Turbografx 16 had a 5-player multi-tap, but none of that is necessary when you're just doing story mode like I am. And so there's not an awful lot, in terms of story here. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's any text at all, which probably made this a very easy game in order to bring to the United States. I think one of the issues with the original Turbografx was that there was a lot of games for it, but very few of the games were ever taken out of their original Japanese context, so they had a hard time simply getting people to lock into the cute chibi artwork and a lot of the concepts in the games which evoked Japanese culture. And so, yeah, we've got a pretty simple story here, is that Black Bomberman is our villain, and he's attempting to spread mayhem across 6 planets, while our hero, White Bomberman, is going to do what he can in order to undo the damage that was done by Black Bomberman. And so there's a few interesting graphic effects there. I get a lot of parallax stars in the background, and we're probably going to be seeing a lot of that in like every single cutscene. But of course, we're still just going to take these levels one at a time. Planet Quarry, Old Mines, Meat Digger. Watch out for his fireballs after he warps. And that's all we got for a hint. Alright. So as I had said about the Turbografx, is that very few games were removed from the original Japanese context, and this background music is certainly indicative of that. Every once in a while, you'll just hear a riff of the original Bomberman theme from the NES version of the game. And so just like any other Bomberman title, you know, the object of the game is to use your bombs in order to destroy the monsters, hopefully without destroying yourself in the process. That guy was dumb enough to march back and forth. He could have saved himself, but he didn't save himself. Alright. I haven't gotten anything in the way of power-ups or things of the like, but I'm sure that's coming down the pipe within a few levels of this. I just wanted to make sure that I get the basics down. Kind enough to show me where one power-up is the fire power-up, which will increase the range of my bomb blasts. I don't know why I'm still in the level. I think I need to find the exit. The object of the game is not to defeat all enemies, which is something that is the object of the game in some other Bomberman titles. Alright. Let's pop that one. Now let's pop these. And I have some of the more modern Bomberman games. I have the free-to-play one. I have the one that launched alongside the Nintendo Switch. And we'll probably be getting to those a little further down the line, but, you know. This is a retro stream after all, and, you know, you've got to have an appreciation for the classics. The origins from which all of those other games have sprung. Oh, look at that. That was the very last rock that I bombed. I get to pick up a lotus flower. I think it's just for bonus points, and maybe it's a reward for destroying all the blocks in a stage. I don't really know. Okay. So I'm going to be doing save states throughout this just to be absolutely sure that I can get far enough into the game. Suffice it to say, I'm playing with dynamite at the moment. Well, I'm playing with tiny little blue bombs, but you get it. You understand what I mean. Oops. I have unleashed a portal, which has brought a lot of new monsters onto the stage. Oh. I thought that was the first mistake I made. Oh, well. I think technically it was. Alright, so what should I do? Should I load? I think I should load. Alright. Alright. So this time with a little bit of intelligence, I am going to consciously avoid that portal that unleashed the additional monsters. At least until I can clear the stage. Oh, wrong way to go. This monster is relatively free range. Alright. Oh, get that already. There we are. So that's a penalty for finding the exit early. If I find the exit without destroying all the monsters first, then I am going to run into that problem where more monsters are going to end up coming out of the portal. Alright. Oy, that monster was imitating a rock. And that's the thing, I think while it's lying down, then I'm not actually going to be able to knock it out. Yeah, that's just a slightly more complicated issue with that monster. Alright. Try to get up from that one. Okay, I happen to get the one power-up of the stage already. And it's been a useful one, is that it was a roller skate, now I get to walk faster. Okay, there's the exit. Okay. Save my game again. Managed to get the two, but not the rock guy. See, there's my power-up. I think that allows me to drop 2 bombs at a time, so we're gonna speed this up a little bit. Oh no, actually it allows me to press the B button and then explode them remotely. So I've got a better chance at trapping monsters now. There we are. Is he gonna be smart enough to go down the other path, or is he gonna go up the same one? Alright. Now I just gotta find the exit. There we are. Done and done. Uh-oh. This guy has flying. See, I better get rid of him right away. Oops. I ended up getting rid of myself right away. Alright. Let's try that again. Unfortunate set of circumstances that was. Alright. Oh, found the portal already. And now more monsters have come out of it. Darn it. Okay. Trying it again. We have suddenly ramped very up. Oh, we've ramped up on the difficulty. Either that or I'm getting careless. Oh, I did it again. Let's keep a watch on the perimeter there. Is that a thing I'm doing? If I accidentally bomb the portal, do I make monsters pop out of it? Okay, I should really just avoid that area now. Boy, those rock guys move fast. Ooh, I can't even touch them even when they are in the rock disguise. I did not know that. That was something important that I did not know. See, all of a sudden that pterodactyl guy goes, "Oh no, me don't know. I can't cross that rock. That would be against the rules." Yeah, I knew I was going to do that one. Alright. Ah, darn it. Let's remember what buttons I'm pushing. Oh, darn it. Did it to myself that time. That little bird dude just keeps making me nervous. It's not my fault I'm doing this badly. It's cute when they try to run. Oh, darn it. In the 11th hour, I opened the portal on accident. I'm pretty sure more monsters wouldn't come out unless I accidentally bombed it again. There we are. So I believe this gives me the ability to push bombs. No, actually it allows me to move through bombs. Alright. Alright. I mean, that was definitely something I could have used in this level. Ah, Pac-Man, what are you doing in this game? This is supposed to be my big video game debut. You packing prima donna. Alright. Oh, he went in a direction that I was not expecting him to. Oh, I think that was an extra life. What? I don't even need extra lives. I'm using save states. Alright. Okay, nothing on this side. There's plenty more rocks to blow up, though. There it is. Took long enough to find. Alright. Oof. Did I do that quick enough? Okay, so those things can turn on a dime. It's probably not a good idea to tail them. Oh, darn it. Got a little ahead of myself that time. I hesitated. They say he who hesitates in life. He who hesitates is lost. They say he who hesitates is lost. And that is especially true of puzzle platformers. Alright. Maybe this isn't a puzzle platformer. Maybe it's a puzzle. It's like an isometric puzzle. It's like a hex-based puzzle. Oh, darn it. Get off here, Pac-Man. I don't know what I blew up, but it's probably better that I don't. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a bomb out of my pants. What can I bribe you to get to go back down there? Alright. Oh crud, did I actually save this time? Maybe I didn't. Just to be absolutely sure. Oh, but I lost my power-ups. Okay, well. That's just the way things have to be. I ramped up the difficulty on myself because I potentially overwrote a save file where I had all my power-ups. Have I only been live for 6 minutes? That's amazing. I've been going through the levels very quickly, first of all, but, you know, it's also just the fact that, you know, things are just so immediately intense. It feels like I've been playing for longer. That normal guy has got some wide open spaces to roam in. Alright. Oh no. Well, I try to take an opportunity. Go after that one I was missing before, but it didn't work out for me. Gosh, I really wish that would have blown someone up. Oh, gee whiz. I like to think of the Pac-Man looking bad guys as the chasing bad guys, but they're not always the chasing bad guys. Sometimes they're just the really fast moving bad guys. Oh no. That was unfortunate. Well, I got rid of that little nuisance. Okay, so I got a new power-up that allows me to actually move through blocks. That actually might be rather useful. Just have to use it with a little bit of strategy. See, not the monster I was hoping to tag, but glad I did anyway. Oh no. See, I thought I was stuck, but I'm not stuck because now I just have the ability to move through blocks. I got everybody, I just have to take care of Flappy Bird over here. Alright. Now let's see if I can actually remember which rock I left the teleporter under. There it is. Well, that was an obnoxiously long level to play. Alright, well. Now I'm at the boss, so... At least we'll have one stage cleared by the end of tonight's game. Alright, so... Oh no. Just immediately murdered by blue fire. Can't be in front of him. Like that. Don't do that. Oh no. Okay, now he's getting tricky. Sometimes those hexes are too large for me to escape from. Ah, darn it. I don't know, but he said this was gonna be easy. Darn it. Good evening, Scarlet Derby. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Lone Arizona Ranger. Thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing tonight? So I think if my bombs get caught in this fire, then they don't detonate. Darn it. I got a little overzealous and I just walked into his attack. Ooh, I hit him twice that one time. Alright. Now he's fanning them out in a different direction. Was that it? Yep, I defeated them. Thank goodness. Alright. Ah. That's an adorable little still image. Let's see here. Make sure I save after the boss battle. Time to go to Planet Blossom. Meet Petunia. Fight off his flower friends until he sheds his cover. Alright. So I think I still have my power-up that allows me to move past the rocks. Grumful says, "Hey Derby, how you doing tonight, Grumful? Thank you very much for tuning in." So I'm playing a little bit on the Turbografix 16 Mini tonight. It's kind of a funny console to have a love affair with, but here we are. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a very special kind of stream. I am going to be drawing a couple of YouTubers in Mario Paint. You remember playing the Caveman game? Yeah, Bonk the Caveman. So since there are an awful lot of Bomberman games on this, I was probably just going to focus on Bomberman tonight, but I can definitely play Bonk the Caveman at some point. Two of his games are on this mini console. There's almost nothing left of the stage. It's going to be hard to trap enemies now. See, I had expected that big guy to take 2 hits, but... well, maybe I already gave him 2 hits and I wasn't paying attention. No power-ups. The last stage guaranteed a power-up per stage. I don't think that's going to be the case moving forward. Okay, before I get too far, I better save. Alright. Hey, the Great Half. Thank you very much for tuning into tonight's stream. You know, it's still Retromania over here in the Derby household, as I work on the last few days we have a winter break. I keep looking at my classic game collection and I see I have a lot of things like mini consoles on the shelf, and you know, I was just trying to make an excuse for myself so that I would be able to play the Turbografix Mini again. Oh gee. I walked into my fireball, but I did not die. I think maybe I had a power-up that protected me from one hit. Don't even ask me which one at this point. I should have stayed on top of the rock. That's what I should have done. Okay, this time make sure I don't bomb the portal so more monsters won't come in. Okay, so those big guys, they do take 2 hits. Having multiples of them come out of the portal is really bad for me. I don't think that's the one I hit before. Maybe it's that heart power-up allows me to take a second hit. Alright. Oh, I did it again. Now I've got more enemies to defeat. Alright, well. Darn it. That was my own undoing, unfortunately. Alright. Just this time be really careful not to bomb the portal. I think I played a Pac-Man style RPG game on the Turbografix. I mean, they had a lot of really high concept puzzle / adventure games on the Turbografix. Maybe shortly after I'm done with this playthrough, I can go through the library and see if there are if any of the games are actually the one you're familiar with. So I just learned that if I accidentally bomb a power-up, they punish me additionally by making monsters come out of the destroyed power-up. So I gotta make sure not to do that. Well, there goes that bonus hit anyway. I got the drop on that one. Alright, I think that does it for this stage. Save the state again. What does this do? Okay, this is just an in-level teleporter. Alright. Okay, there's the portal. Ah, darn it. As I forgot, I can move through the rocks, but not the bombs. Well, so much for that. take care of everyone. Now I can just get my power up and then I can get on to the next stage. Okay, so now I should have the ability to kick bombs, alright. Oh, I didn't actually think that was the end of the stage. This one scrolls downward. That's the first time that's happened. There's just a couple of Bombermen in the left and right corner, chilling in a couple of inner tubes. You know, some of us Bombermen have to work for a living, you know. Ups. Up, hang on. I think I'm gonna need to lose a life because I think I forgot to save at the beginning of this one. Alright. There we are. So I think that once again I'm without power-ups. Okay, that's where the exit portal is. Oh no. Let's see, where will I go if I take the teleporter? Oh gee, I ended up right on top of a monster. That wasn't a good idea at all. Alright. Can you send bombs through the teleporter? I don't think they can. Okay, so that is the power-up. It just gives me a third bomb to use. No, I can't send bombs through the teleporter. I tried to lay one in front of the teleporter, it spawned directly behind me, so I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. See, I'm almost certain that they just did that on purpose. They just put the teleporter right in the middle of a great big area where there's a lot of monsters. Just to punish the people who were curious enough to do what I did. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Just look around to see if there are any power-ups left, but I don't think there is. I think just that third bomb power-up is the only one I'm getting now. Alright. So I have a sneaking suspicion that that rather large enemy with the fuse on his head will explode a second time after I hit him. And he did, but on a little bit of a delay. See, this guy's kind of funny because he sort of goes through the rocks. Oh no. Alright. Starting over. Ouch. Alright. I didn't think what would have happened if that guy actually got loose. Well, I guess I'll find that out on a later level. think that head bomb guy just kind of spawned in a completely different place this time. Okay, bombing that section open was a mistake. I have some actual save files. I don't always have to depend on the save states. Alright, so I'm going to continue playing, but I am going to leave this game for a nonce. For one, I think, fortunately, I think I might have frozen. That's unfortunate. Let's take a moment to try to fix this. Yeah, I think my avatar has completely frozen at this point. Not entirely sure what to do about that. Gosh, this almost never happens. I think I put the the reference back on, but that's completely frozen as well. Well, I'm probably more than likely just going to need to do the rest of the stream this way. All right. So, let me leave this game for a moment because I know Grumfles is watching again. He asked me a few questions about the Turbografix 16 Mini, so I'm going to answer them for him. So let's go ahead and let's go to the main menu for now. So these are the games that come with the Turbografix 16 Mini. There's Air Zonk, Alien Crush, which is a pinball game. This Air Zonk is actually a side-scrolling shooting game, and the Turbografix is extremely well known for having side-scrolling space shooters. It probably makes up the majority of their of the entirety of the games released on in the library. Blazing Lasers is of course one of them, and I have Bonk's Revenge. Kadash, which I believe is, I don't think it's an adventure title. I believe it actually might be a It might be a first-person style adventure game. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna launch it just so that we can look at it. Came out in 1991. 1 or 2 player plays. I get to choose as to be a fighter, a mage, a priest, or a ninja. Enter a name. Alright. Wow, this actually looks like a side-scroller. That's pretty interesting. They say they don't have many side-scrolling adventure games. Basically, Zelda 2, Wonder Boy, and this game, apparently. So this is probably not the game you're thinking of. Chu Man Fu, which is kind of a puzzle game where you push spheres into slots in order to beat a stage. And so one of the things I was mentioning just at the top of the stream is that, you know, one of the reasons Americans had a hard time adopting the Turbografix is that so many of these games just seemed really super Japanese. They didn't do a lot in the way of localization. So this is certainly a Zelda-like puzzle game, but more than likely not the one that you were thinking of. So, let's see. Dungeon Explorer. I mean, if you just take it at face value, it sounds a lot like it's a Pac-Man style game, but okay. This looks a lot like a Gauntlet clone. It's a very direct, you know, and of course the controllers on the Turbografix, they had built-in turbo buttons, so you could just do this all day long. So that's kind of similar to the style you're talking about. See, JJ and Jeff, Lords of Thunder. Some of these are CD-ROM games, so they have improved music, but they just really don't do anything in terms of improving the graphics. Now this is one that you know I know about Grumples because I played with I played it with him a significant amount of times. This is New Adventure Island. And so, we used to play the NES version of Adventure Island. I still have the cartridge for that. But this was basically just a remake of it with improved graphics on the Turbografix. There's a couple other improvements too. This is the first time you were able to use the boomerang. But it's still basically just the same game as Adventure Island. I think this is the exact same level as the NES version. There's a version of Sega's Space Harrier in here, and that's really interesting because this is really one of the rare instances where a Sega game did not actually appear on a Sega console. Although I think Space Harrier was also ported to the NES, and I think the publisher for that one was also Hudson Soft. Alright. So Splatterhouse, everybody knows that. I think I did a little bit of it while I played my Namco Museum playthrough. Another game that would qualify as a Pac-Man style RPG would be Wanderers from Ys. Wanderers from Ys is a really known top-down RPG adventure style game. That it's probably a Hudson Soft's answer to The Legend of Zelda. And so I am almost certain that this is exactly, there's very little of this game that was actually translated. It's got some great CD quality sound though. And so this is a really good game. I don't want to spoil too much of it because I think if I ever come back to the Turbografix 16 Mini, I'm definitely going to play the Ys games. So that's the Turbografx 16, but also there's a little bit more because you can go ahead and you can flip this into Japanese mode and you'll get a few other games that never got an English translation. Star Paradier, which is another shooter, and I think Super Darius is too. Momotaro Dentetsu, which is a Mario Party style board game. It's really difficult to play because you definitely do need to know Japanese in order to play that one. Superstar Soldier, which is another shooter. This is a sword fighting game. The Legend of Valkyrie was Namco's answer to The Legend of Zelda. It's a top-down fighting game where you play as this Valkyrie girl who has since appeared in some other Capcom games. So the Japanese version of Ys 1 and 2. So one of the things that, I both love and hate about this is that it has Castlevania Rondo of Blood, but it only has the Japanese version of it. And so Castlevania Rondo of Blood is one of the most critically acclaimed and also and cinematic versions of Castlevania that they ever released. So I can play this, but I'm going to have to play this in Japanese. And so you will recognize this character here as being Trevor Belmont, the same character that was in Dracula X for the Super Nintendo. This was the game that actually came directly before that one. And so it's a really well put together game that also has CD quality sound. It actually might be worth my time in order to do a playthrough of that at some point in the future. So there are two more Bomberman games on the PC Engine. Bomberman 94 was the direct sequel to the Bomberman game that we've been playing. And it has, a few improvements. It has some riding animals, and I might play that for the second half of this stream. So, and then we also have Bomberman Panic Bomber, which is a puzzle-style game. I might show you a little bit of that as well. Choaniki is rather infamous side-scrolling shooter that is known for having a lot of really super hyper-masculine imagery in it. Daimakura is it's Ghouls and Ghosts. That's what it is. It's Capcom's Ghouls and Ghosts, and I believe that this is a CD-ROM version with CD-ROM music. They also have Galaga 88, which of course that's Galaga. Let's play a little bit of that. So this was an upgraded version of Galaga, and there was also an arcade version of this. So, you know, it was just an improvement of Galaga during an anniversary that has improved 16-bit graphics. But still basically has the same kind of gameplay. That's a pretty cool one. Sometimes, you know, they add some effects, like you see some of the aliens are exploding into fireworks. And you get to see a lot of that whenever you play one of the bonus rounds. They preserved a lot of the original sound, which I think is pretty cool. Oops. Let's get to one of the bonus rounds here, which are the same as the bonus rounds in Galaga, but with a bit of festive music in the background. And they call it Galactic Dancing. Alright, well. So, Gradius and Gradius 2 are here. So is... Ninja Rikuden, which is actually Ninja Gaiden. It's a 16-bit upgrade to Ninja Gaiden. I should say Gaiden. That's what it actually is. It's got Ninja Gaiden. And, let's see. Snatcher, which is the CD-ROM version of a game that is considered the third game in the Metal Gear Solid series. It's a visual novel game. And just like with the board game, I can't play it properly because I don't read any Japanese. But it's on here. So I'm almost at the end of this. So yeah, and so the original version of Bonk's Adventure is in this section. So I can play through Bonk. I can play through the entirety of Bonk, but it is going to be in Japanese, so we won't be able to read any of the signs. While the sequel, Bonk's Revenge, is the one that's English translated, and it's on the Turbografix 16 side of this collection. So I think maybe that's just about it for the tour. I'm going to continue playing and I'm going to shift over to Bomberman 94. So we'll get to see a few, some different levels, slightly different experience than what we were playing when we were playing Bomberman 93 at the top of the stream. Bomberman is looking out into the stars. Gotta love that title screen music. And so, probably one of the big features in this game is the fact that Bomberman got these little kangaroo critters to ride. It's just like Yoshi. Just as adorable. And so people really like the Bomberman 94, and I believe that they released like 2 or 3 more Bomberman games on the Nintendo's on the Turbografix 16. But they never came to the US, and a lot of the fans of Bomberman games were really upset over the fact that they never ported these games. After Bomberman 93 came out, the next Bomberman game to come out in the United States was Super Bomberman for the Super Nintendo. As for that one. So they did a significant amount of change in the character designs. Bomberman has some stubbier arms and legs than in the previous game. A lot of these enemy characters are cute, and then it's, you know, it's a shame to have to blow them up because they are so adorable looking. Okay, that takes care of you. And so people saw reviews of these games in magazines like that because this was the 90s, you know, they didn't just, you know, dump the ROMs online for people to play anyway. They're kind enough to give me more than one power-up per level in this version of the game. I'm resetting because I'm doing a terrible job of I'm doing a terrible job of talking and playing the game at the same time. All right, well. Also, I wish I knew what I could do in order to reset my NDI so that my character would move again. I don't know what's going to. I don't know what particularly what I could do about that. Well, you know, short of actually turning off the stream. And I don't want to do that. I tried deleting the source. Deleting the source didn't do anything. Alright, well. As frozen as I am, the show must go on. I'm going to continue playing the stream. Oh, darn it. Why me? Why is it always me? Resetting again. Should pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay, I've defeated all the enemies. I think the second thing I need to do is I need to blow up these 2 orbs here. Break that and then get the stone in the center. Oh, wow. For some reason, my avatar inexplicably came back. I do not know what happened there. It just froze for a significant amount of time. So, grab these coins at the end of the round, and I suppose that there's going to be a shop that I can use to buy power-ups later on, something like that. So this is Bomberman 94. It was a great game that we didn't get in the United States, and it was a significant upgrade to what we played before. See, I was afraid of doing this. That's a very large, fast-moving enemy right there. So at the end of the stage, I'm back to using 1 bomb, so I don't get to keep power-ups between stages like I did in the other game. Oh, darn it. That mech there is holding one of the doodads that I typically have to blow up in order to get the stone. Alright. So as soon as I do that, then the level's gonna be over, and then I just can grab the bonus coins afterwards. Alright. Try to see if I can get in with enough time in order to bomb Crazy Legs before he gets out. Okay, I've got a jacket and now I'm flashing. I think maybe I got temporary invincibility, yeah. I definitely would have been caught in that blast if I wasn't flashing right now. was that? Well, I'm immediately curious, so I'm just gonna walk into that cave there. Ooh, some of these are two-screen. That's an interesting new way of twist on the Bomberman formula. That's an interesting new twist on the Bomberman formula. That's what I meant to say. Alright. Alright. There's an egg, and out of that egg comes the new Bomberman assistant, which is this delightful little blue kangaroo character. Right, go up there, grab a stone. And then my new kangaroo buddy can help me collect the bonus coins. Alright. Oh, now I'm fighting a boss. Some crazy looking banana fella. Whoops. So I think the banana guy is invincible. I should really be going after this monkey. Oh wow, I haven't save stated any of this. That's interesting. I've just been so engrossed in the gameplay, I forgot to cheat. Alright. Let's see, I should do save state right about here. I think the second thing I need to do is I need to blow up these two orbs here. Break that and then get the darn it center. Oh wow! For some reason my avatar inexplicably came back. I do not know what happened there. It just... I have come to the realization that I am no longer streaming on Twitch. I think I might be streaming on some of the other channels. It's hard for me to tell. So what am I at? I'm at like 1 minute and 22 seconds. Even if I'm not streaming this, I'm still recording this. I'm just gonna do a really quick assessment to see if if I'm running on any of my channels. I don't believe that I am. So I'm probably gonna play for maybe about 30 more minutes, and then I will go ahead and I will upload this to YouTube, so you'll be able to see the final version when it comes on YouTube. And that's the funny thing, is that, despite the apparent graphical hiccup, my stream keeps saying that I am streaming at the moment. Maybe I only managed to hold on to Facebook. It's hard for me to say, but at any rate, so let's do a little bit more of our Bomberman retrospective. Let's go play the puzzle game now. We're gonna play Bomberman Panic Bomber, and this is, a Tetris Puyo Pop style game, and it's also a CD quality game, so it's got like CD quality graphics, a CD quality sound. I can get to the story because at least the word story is written in English. Doing like multiplayer modes and things like that would be harder. Alright. So just like in games like Puyo Pop, you actually play this against a computer player. So I really like this great remix of the NES theme song that they use for this stage. And very nice Blue Book audio. So you're supposed to match 3 Bomberman heads with each other in order to make them disappear. And every once in a while they'll just give you a bomb icon that you can ignite using the red bomb icon, and then just blow up all the bomb icons that are currently on the screen. So it's very simple gameplay-wise. So this game got a sequel on the Nintendo Virtual Boy, of all things. So yeah, so Bomberman Panic Bomber, 2 games, one of which was on the Virtual Boys. It's not the best track record. I just assume that I'm still streaming somewhere. Somewhere on this great big internet, but I'm still making the recording, so everyone will still get an opportunity to see this. Okay, first win in the books. That's what that symbol means. It means I am a winner. I can't actually read it, but it's just what's most likely, according to the context. So often you get in trouble for attempting to stream puzzle games, because they say that puzzle games really don't stream well. It's something that is very hard for people who are watching a stream to follow. I mean, these things used to be all over the place in the 90s. Now, not so much. I mean, I made an attempt to stream, a modern game. I think that one was called Pedal Panic, something like that. Or maybe it's just because this game is named Bomberman Panic. That it was effectively a game that spiritually looked like that it had a unique puzzle mechanic to it. And it looked as though it had the same kind of graphical qualities as that a Game Boy Color game would have. And so I tried to play that. I didn't give it much of a go. I should have picked like 2 or 3 games in order to do in order to make it into like a puzzle themed stream, something like that. That would have been more useful in the long run. All right. This immediately got hard again, just like within the second level. I'm already in trouble. Now the other guy's in trouble. I unwittingly did the right thing. Ah, well, I guess I spoke too soon. Doomed, I tell you. Well, this is really a disaster. This is really a wash. Yeah. I was riding high on my, on the game, but then, you know, I was stopped kind of short by the fact that my internet connection unceremoniously dropped, and I was no longer streaming on 2 of my channels, so I apologize for that. This whole thing has been a wash, but let me go ahead. I'm gonna post the rest of this recording onto YouTube, so people will see what happened in the last few minutes, if nothing else. So, thank you very much once again for tuning into the Scarlet Derby streams. Once again, I'm the Scarlet Derby. I'm a superhero of yesterday and star of multiple comic books and light novels. You'll be able to find anything that I'm responsible for on my website, which is thescarletderby.com. I also have a Twitter. Be sure to follow my Twitter, twitter.com/thescarletderby, to know when I am going to be streaming. So, as I mentioned at some point in the middle of the stream tomorrow, I'm going to be gone beginning at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I'm going to be drawing a couple of surprise VTuber characters inside of Mario Paint. So this is a new format that I'm going to use, hopefully which will, you know, be able to bring a little bit more art to my art channel. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to Grumfuls. Thank you to the Great Half. Thank you to Lone Arizona Ranger. I do apologize for all the technical difficulties that happened during this stream, but thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you'll be around to watch the VOD later, and I will definitely see you tomorrow. Ta-ta until next time.